Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. Tonight on the show, we are going to continue the series of ship tree reviews, but since we've finished the main factions in the game, that is the Galente Federation, Caldari State, Yamar Empire, and the Minmatar Republic, we are going to touch on the side factions that exist in this game, and for our next episodes, we are going to focus on the pirate factions and see what ships they do and how good are they, because they're pretty important in the meta game and they fill in quite specific roles and they have quite specific attributes and bonuses. So before we get into our subject, please remember to like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here, and if you want to help keep this channel alive and wish to support me, there's a YouTube channel membership, basically a donation system. You can sign up for a small amount as $2, link in the description. So, let's get on with the pirate factions. Today we are going to cover two pirate factions. We'll continue in the next episodes with two more, and so on until we finish them all. So right now we are going to start on the right side corner of the screen, and we're gonna start with Sansha's Nation. Now, what are these pirate factions? Well, basically they're pirates that NPCs that split off from the main factions and have borrowed technologies and are basically improved on those and have gained momentum into the low-sec and null-sec areas of space, basically have their own space. But that doesn't mean that their ships are unflyable. Actually, the only difference is that some of them are actually quite different than the NPCs you are facing. We'll get on that when we touch on the Guristas pirates, but let's try to see what Sansha's Nation has to offer. Well, Sansha's Nation is basically an Mmor splinter, an Mmor splinter cell, actually Mmor and Caldari splinter cell. In Eve Echoes, it's a bit different than in Eve Online. You don't need like Caldari ship command and Mmor ship command to fly these ships. You only need like the skill for the class that you wish to fly. Now, these ships are really expensive and they're mostly PvP oriented, but you can still pull some stuff off in PvE because they have some quite bonuses, at least some of them, not all of them. So you'll quickly understand why some of them are actually more focused on PvP than others. Sansha's Nation, preferred weapon type, you've got lasers. Preferred tank, you're gonna have shield. It's a mix of Mmor and Caldari. What else to touch on? Basically, the roles are extreme damage, extreme DPS. These ships from Sansha's Nation focus on very high DPS, and they're quite tanky. So beware if you encounter any of these. Think twice before you engage if you don't have a ship that can counter it properly. So let's get on with the first ship in the Sansha's Nation tree. We've got the Succubus. The Succubus has max shield field modules +1, meaning it can fit just like a Logi ship, a shield field module. Actually like a Guardian, not like a Logi. But you only have 3 high slots, 3 med slots, and 3 low slots. So fitting one, I'm not sure how much will take that away from the fit you want to achieve with the ship, because it has advanced small laser operation bonus per level plus 20% small laser damage. That's a lot of damage for a frigate, meaning with level 5 in advanced small laser operation, you get 100% extra bonus in damage. It's like having another turret. So we've got another bonus for this skill, 7.5% small laser tracking speed, can track better. Advanced frigate command bonus per level, you get plus 20% afterburner velocity bonus, meaning this ship can rely efficiently on afterburner and has greatly improved speed as opposed to other ships in its class. It's a frigate, and 5% shield for tanking purposes. Now, we might go into the attributes and you'll quickly see why the shield is better for this ship to tank. Of course, it can fit a shield fill module. You see we have 1333 shield HP compared to just 1010 armor. That's pretty much it about the Succubus. Let's move over to the Phantasm. The Sansha ships are quite a bit weird in architecture, and they look like spiky things. They have weird pointy antennas. We'll get to the nightmare. It indeed looks like a nightmare. Phantasm, it's the cruiser-sized vessel of the Sansha's ship tree. We've got the max shield field modules, just like the frigate size. All ships in Sansha basically have this roll bonus. Advanced medium laser operation bonus per level. We've got 15% medium laser damage and 7.5% medium laser tracking speed, and advanced cruiser command bonus per level, plus 25% afterburner velocity bonus and 5% shield. It's basically the same bonuses, just carried over to the next class. This one has one drone hardpoint. You can field one drone, and with 4 high slots, 3 med slots, and 5 low slots. This one is pretty tanky, if you ask me. With those 5 low slots, you can put damage and tank and some prop mods, and you can obliterate like a lot of stuff. It has good tank and very, very good DPS compared to other ships from the other factions, the main factions like the Empire ones. When it comes to what it can do. Of course, shield tanking is preferred. We've got just 1/6 there. If it would have been missing, it would have been the number of the beast. We've got 6,666 shield HP by default, and just 5,048 armor. Capacitor is pretty good considering the fact that it needs quite a lot, because it's going to use lasers just like the Mmor. And remember, the Mmor ships have bonuses for capacitor use reduction for laser weapons, while the Sansha ships do not. So it's an important thing to mention. So it's a nice. You have to find a nice balance to for the tank and the DPS to fit together. And the last ship of the Sansha's nation, the mighty Nightmare. We actually have to look at this. Look at this. It's amazing, and it's quite weird and disturbing. The Nightmare. Let's take a look at its bonuses. Again, the tanky bonus for roll bonus, shield field module, and advanced laser operation bonus per level, plus 10% large laser damage and 7.5% large laser tracking speed. Of course, it's the same bonuses carrying over from ship to ship, from class to class into this tree. We've got 30% afterburner velocity bonus and 5% shield per advanced battleship command bonus. Again, on the traits, we've got quite a decent amount of shield HP, and the armor is quite lower, as you can see it. The capacitor is excellent, can lock 7 targets, flight velocity just 121 meters per second. Now, regarding the racks, 2 drone hardpoints, 6 high slots, 3 med slots, and 7 low slots. 7 med slots. This makes this specific ship one of the greatest tanks, if you know how to fit it properly. And with the damage, well, that's just insane. With the 10% large laser damage bonus in level 5, that's 50% extra damage. That's a lot. That's a lot, considering you have 6 guns. It can come on par with battleships of the main factions, and actually reduce them to rubble, because the extra tank holds very, very good against those DPS that cannot match in DPS the 8 guns from the main empires. So, as I mentioned, Sansha's nation focuses heavily on damage output and tank. The excellent PvP ships, expensive, quite a bit. They'll put a hole in your wallet. And moving on to the Guristas pirates, this will be the second faction that we'll be covering. Now, before we talk about the Guristas pirates, you know, you've encountered Guristas in Caldari space, and also up in the north in the Losec and Nullsec regions. But you've never seen Gurista pirates actually using drones, have you? No. Now, the ships available on the Gurista streets for us Capsuleers are drone boats, but they are incredible. I mean, comparing to the Galente that are actually the true drone boats, and the Mar that have some drone boats here and there, these excel at drone boating, and the damage output and the damage bonuses are amazing and they're incredible, especially the Worm. This is the first ship in the Guristas ship tree. Before we get into the Worm, I forgot to mention the preferred weaponry, as I mentioned, is the drone type, and the preferred tank is shield. So they combine technology from the Galente and the Caldari. Now the Worm has 2 drone slots, but roll bonus plus 175 small drone damage. That's an insane amount of damage output for a frigate. Imagine, compare it to the Tristan. The Tristan is so puny in comparison with the Worm. The Worm's damage capabilities can come at the same level as a normal standard cruiser. The agility of the ship, if you know what you're doing, you can never be caught, and you just demolish everything in your path. Of course, if somebody decides to tackle your drones and get rid of them, that's an entire different story, because it's the only way that you can actually remove a drone boat from the field that focuses only on drones. You take out the drones and that's it. There's no more firepower, and he'll be forced to flee because he won't be able to take you down. Continuing, 200% small drone effective hit points. So, as I was talking about trying to remove drones from the battlefield, with the Worm is going to be a lot harder because of this. It has bonuses on drone survivability. Now, in EVE Echoes, it's pretty hard to follow a drone's HP as compared to EVE Online, where you have the drone panel and you can see actually the drone's shield, armor, and structure, hit points, and if someone targets your drone, you can quickly see the bars going down and you can just recall them. Here, it's a bit more difficult because you're unable to see the stats of the drones. So you'll basically see the reticule that the enemy ship is trying to target you and is shooting at you. Then the reticule will be red, will be flashy red. If it stopped shooting at you, it will be flashy yellow. Now, some may try to put you into a visual error by keeping at least one module active on your ship so it's still flashy red, while using the guns to get rid of the drones. So that's a known tactic to trick your opponent into not knowing that his drones are being targeted. But in most cases, you'll have a big drone bay and you'll basically just pop another one out and make a quick finish of the enemy ship. Continuing with the bonuses, we've got the advanced small drone operation bonus per level, 10% small drone damage. Now, 175 small drone damage, plus if you get this in 5, that's an additional 50%. In total, you get to about 225 small drone damage in bonuses. Plus 1 kilometer for drone control range. You get 5 kilometers in level 5. And advanced frigate command bonus per level, because this ship has also 2 high slots, 3 med slots, and 3 low slots. Missile bonus. It's a combination between Calente and Caldari, so it took the best from both, meaning the drones and the missiles. So you've got missile torpedo kinetic damage 10%, missile torpedo thermal damage 10%, and of course the tank improvement 4% shield resistances. If you fit your low slots properly, you're gonna have resistances so big that you won't even care about what your opponent does and what's trying to shoot at you. And of course combine it with some prop mods to basically kite, and you've got the perfect killer. This is it, the worm. Moving on to the healer. Now this is a cruiser, the cruiser in the Guristas ship tree. It shares the hull with the moa, but it's a drone boat. It has 200% medium drone damage as roll bonus and 200% medium drone effective hit points, and of course additionally advanced medium drone operation bonus per level. You get 10% medium drone damage and 4% drone control range. Now for the worm you got 1 per level. For the healer you get 4 kilometers per level, meaning this can be an insane drone sniping ship using drones. It doesn't even need to kite you, it'll just warp in on 50 kilometers in the battlefield and it just pop the drones, engage somebody at around 40, 50, 60 kilometers and just make quick end of it. And more bonuses, because we need to have missile bonuses. Advanced cruiser command bonus per level, plus 10% kinetic damage and plus 10% thermal damage on missiles and torpedoes, and 4% shield resistances. It's a shield tank ship, and it's an excellent drone and missile damage burster. We don't have sentry drones yet in the game. It would be nice if this ship would receive just drone damage, not in the term of medium drone damage, just drone damage, and you can fit the sentry drones on it. You just basically warp at 100 or 70, depending on how good your bonuses are for the sentry drones. Deploy the sentries, and then you just fire once. It's just like an alpha battleship. It damages insane, but I think just to keep this under the bar to make it playable actually for other people when facing this monster, the drone damage will probably be left as is, as in medium drone damage. Moving on to the battleship size vessel for the Guristas pirates. Again, another drone boat, the Rattlesnake. The hull is based off the Scorpion class battleship of the Caldari. It has 2 drone hit points, 5 high slots, 3 med slots, and 7 low slots. With those 7 low slots, you can pull some insane amount of damage bonus modules and tank. So keep that in mind. Roll bonuses. Plus 425% large drone damage. We'll probably try to do a damage graph algorithm in the near future and try to compare the damage output of these ships when compared to the I don't know, some standard Empire ships. See how good they fare against one another in terms of damage capabilities and tanking capabilities. Additional roll bonus, 200% large drone EHP, and because that wasn't enough, advanced large drone operation bonus per level gives you 10% more large drone damage and 10 kilometers drone control range. Yeah, per level. It means in level 5 you get 50 kilometer drone control range by default. And then you can add all the other skills that give you drone control range, and you can get to an insane number. Because that wasn't enough, you get missile and torpedo damage bonuses per advanced battleship command levels. You get 10% in kinetic and 10% in thermal and 4% shield resistances. These are some excellent vessels for PvE and for PvP, but mostly when doing PvE, these are the ships that you like to call fire and forget. You just warp in, you launch your stuff, and you just, I don't know, either sit and enjoy a cup of tea while the enemy NPCs are quickly mopped up, or you can very well be going to PvP with it and make, I don't know, you can pull stuff like 1 versus 5 and still don't care if the enemy ships are ill-fitted and ill-prepared and ill-equipped to deal with you. You'll just utterly destroy them. Now, as I mentioned, the faction ships are specifically built for like some specific roles. In case of the Guristas, it focuses heavily on drone damage and tank and missiles, and they will be pretty expensive. They were expensive in the betas, but they were quickly obtainable by players. Now, however, you have to search for stuff until somebody gets like a worm or a healer or a rattlesnake. Is going to take a bit of more time. But once you see these out, they're not gonna be many, but the few of them that will be available, there's gonna be like 2 options for players. Either look out, because as I mentioned, the combat in Eve Echoes is quite asymmetrical, and unfortunately for the Gurista ships, they do utilize drones, and those can make shish kebab out of everything, but they can be taken down with like a considerable amount even of alpha pilots, alpha clones using various cruisers and stuff. They can take one down. Do not, I repeat, do not be flabbergasted or have like some insane amount of pride that you cannot be destroyed. If people want to destroy you, they will destroy you. They'll get the numbers, they'll get whatever items they need to take you down, and they will. So that's pretty much it for today. For tomorrow we will be, unfortunately we closed the ship tree. For tomorrow we will be covering the Serpentis Corporation and the Angel Cartel. So in case you want to see how the Minmatar Splinter Cell fits their stuff and how the Galente Splinter Cell fits their stuff, please tune in tomorrow and see how those ships are and what roles and ship skills they need. So thank you guys for watching. A very, very big shout out to my channel supporters. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.